Cool. I'm a clap to sync the audio. Clap to sync.
Oh, look at it right here.
Would you want to be in the interview?
Yeah, he got to be in the he started it around here, I started uptown, so he got to be.
All right.
Bring me one. Bring me a coffee.
I think, yeah. Do you want to start at what Anarchy Road is?
Well, Anarchy Road, for them, they started it as a fight against the system, too. Mm-hmm. I started Anarchy in 99 because my father got declared with cancer. So I started fighting the system, too, because the same thing. My father used to kick me out from the house because of the same situation. I didn't want to follow their footsteps. Mm-hmm. So it was a problem from the get-go. So from there, I started fighting my own battles. So I call it myself Anarchy 99.
Sure. And so then, can you tell me a little bit about like what this specifically is?
Basically, I started it over there in Stromboli Pizza. I was homeless. I was ending my relationship. So I ended up homeless again. So I stopped there by Stromboli Pizza. I stayed there. It was by charging, but I finally come close to stay there. Nobody used to bother me and stuff. But after that, it was a fight with two homeless persons. I interrupted the fight, so I got abused by a police officer, David Bowman. So for no reason, he tried to switch the story, saying that I took a knife and all that and swing on him. Mm-hmm. But then after a while, they dropped the charges and everything went to bullshit.
Gotcha.
Like it was from the beginning.
And how long have you been here?
Well, like in this, now around this area, I started here 2021.
Gotcha.
I was before there in 10th Street and in the park here in Tompkins Square. I used to have a couple of homeless people staying with me around, and then we used to go to a little house of those that the restaurant built in the stick. So we used to stay in the street there in 13th Street and cover. The guy never had a problem. We used to clean the stuff in the morning. Sometimes he never told us nothing or no. He just asked one day, no one mess. Actually, we never left a mess because I don't tell like that. Yeah, like to him, no matter the situation you are, I like to have my place clean.
Yeah,
and the hour.
So then, can you also tell us what a sweep is? I feel like a lot of people don't know what that.
Well, a sweep means. Is for us. Is a sweep is when the police come with sanitation, DHS workers supposedly to help us, but it's not helping at all. It's just to take all your stuff off your belongings and throw it into the garbage. That's the type of sweep that they're doing. Sometimes they do it with notice. Now they're saying that they don't have to do no notice, that they could come whatever they want and do the sweep on advice. So they don't got advices no more. So those are the sweep that they do. So that they come and take all your belongings, all your stuff, and basically now they only give you one time to take all your belongings. So basically, if I'm by myself and nobody of the others homeless are here, basically I could only take a couple of stuff.
Gotcha. So, did one happen? When was the last one that one happened?
The last happened this week, not long ago. Right, like 2 days ago, John. It was the last sweep, right?
Last week?
The last sweep that they do on the bike, like 2 days ago, right? Yeah, 2 nights ago. Gotcha. 2 nights ago.
And were they violent? What is the sweep like? What did that sweep look like?
The sweep came, that's when we lost a lot of stuff. We lost bikes that some people just dropped it here. We lost tablet. We lost phone. We lost a lot of stuff that we use in personal stuff here. And we lost a lot of the beds that they give us to like this. Stuff that we cover ourselves. And a lot of those stuff went to the garbage.
So it sounds almost like they're taking the things that you sort of need to be out here.
To be out here, exactly. So because what they supposedly is that they saying is that they offering us a program or shelter that we don't want to take it. So because we don't want to take it, are we looking at it like you're trying to harass us now and throw our stuff to push us to take a program or something that we don't want to take? And it don't work that way.
So have you tried the programs? What does that look like?
I tried it before when my father kicked me out when I was 17 years old. I went to a program in Brooklyn, a shelter with my friend. But after that, to be safe, it was one of us had to go out and one have it safe. We both will go out. That's it. We lose the park. You lose the room because certain time that you gotta be there, or so somebody rob you while you are not there, or the CEO in the shelter of violence. So it's a lot of problem in there. So it's not a safe place, neither for nobody. Shelter out here is, if you could go by history, It's a lot of shelter people that have killed in there. A lot of people that have been suffering in there. A lot of people that struggle in there in last years. For my recognition, shelter was temporary, 3 to 6 months. But you could find out people that last 10, 15 years and 10 and 12 years in there without getting an apartment, even died in there without getting the apartment. So I don't understand how is a system and something that is helping the humanity or working, or somebody that gets to a homeless. If it's a temporary stuff until you recover yourself, but you gotta last so long there to have an apartment.
Yeah. So also, I see that you have posters about Eric Adams wanted and other police officers. Can you talk about the specific cops?
This one, the one with me in the face there, is David Bowman. That's the officer I was telling you about, beat me off for no reason. Okay. I had a case with him. That's the one because he trying to make it twist the story that it was my dad when I took the knife and supposedly. So that's why he was there. And Ralph Clement, I believe he's the one that controls the department, and Jeremy Odom too. So supposedly they never know about the sweep, they never know about nothing, but they always come here. It's the same prison that they control, it's the same prison that they got a bunch of allegations and a lot of stuff that they're doing. Also around here we find out that they got a bunch of stuff that they're doing to young people too, abusing of young people like 14, 15 years old. No matter if it is girl or your boys, they still abuse them. So that's why we're trying to expose them too, so people can understand why are they picture there. And why we paying taxes for this uniform, because what people don't understand, we put that uniform, we pay our taxes, pay that uniform, and they with our taxes they still abuse of us. So that's why the reason that I stopped paying taxes for a while, so yeah, people understand why I'm fighting for this. Because it's not that I don't work. I work since I remember my life.
So it's also not just like you're out here; you have a political message that
exactly.
Yeah,
it's not just to be a homeless. Homeless is like, I know I could get a job anytime, but it's going to be the same problem. How am I going to have an apartment when somebody else is using my personal identification also? So if it is personal, it should be in my possession. Now I'm trying to fight it for years, who using my personal social security, and I can't get help. I cannot buy an apartment, I cannot get a house, I cannot get nothing because somebody already using my stuff. So you understand my situation. Now I'm paying taxes for no reason, to get abused. I cannot even own an apartment, I cannot own a house, and I cannot own nothing because somebody else already using my stuff. So how I can fight that?
And some of that tax money literally goes...
And that tax is going to that person because I never received a tax income tax. I don't even know what that is at. Sorry I say it like this.
Do you think that there's any hope that you'll be able to... get like housing?
Well, housing...
I mean, given the prices of real estate...
I really don't care about the housing because it's unless they don't fix the housing situation too, because it's not only for me, it's a bunch of homeless. Now we got, before this, like I was telling you, before years. If we go 21 years back or 22 years back, we had the same bullshit. Before the Twin Tower, we had the same problem. After the Twin Tower, we had the same problem, or worse. So now we got in the migrant problem. They're trying to blame it on the migrant problem. It's not a migrant problem. It's the problem is that you be putting all that money to their pocket and not fixing the problem from the beginning. So if they would be adjusting the problem from the get-go, I better it wouldn't have no migrant problem or no homeless problem or no so much eviction in the city of people to get evicted because they cannot pay the rent because they lost their job or they, like I told you, they have no opportunity to get a quick job.
So then when the police come here and do sweeps or no-notice sweeps, do they try to tell you that they're helping you by doing that?
Supposedly the only thing that they say, oh, okay, we come here, it's a sweep, we got to call your belonging and we got DHS to help you. That's the only thing they say. But the only thing that they offer is shelter. How you offer me a shelter when you got a migrant situation? You actually telling in the news that you have everything full. Hotels are full, shelters are full, safe haven is full, but you offering that program. So how is it that work? So you understand why we're fighting, because you're offering something that is full. You is not guaranteed, and it's not safe for nobody. Not for kids, not for women, and not for young and old people.
And does it feel deliberate that when they do sweeps, they try to make you leave your stuff behind so that they can take it and make it harder for you
That's
to
how
live out
they
here?
do it, because once they told you it's one thing that you could take, basically, it's my bag.
Yeah.
And something that I could grab with the other hand. That's it. Basically, we got to leave everything behind, because they start barricading themselves. They stand there, 2 or 3 police, and they barricade there. The rest surround this, and they don't let us come back until they throw everything in the garbage truck.
Got you. And in the last sweep, how many cops were there?
For more than 15 cops.
More than 15 cops.
Always they call more than 15 and 20 cops.
And how many of you guys were there that day?
Here we only saw sometimes me and John, and then the other 2 homeless. And sometimes, like I say, or me or the other guy that was here that is having trips, that is having the panic attack.
Yeah.
Because of the situation.
Yeah, do you want to talk more about that? That like there's the mental health
every time that
issue?
they come about, now he got more issue problem, because now he having more mental problems, because now he having a panic attack that he thinking that everybody's hunting him. Every time that the police come here, he is unsafe. He feel like they gonna kill him and stuff. So he start looking at everybody like they are hunting, or we are gonna. How he said it yesterday, like we are. How you say that word?
Crowding him or?
When you're trying to put somebody in the middle.
Oh, like, yeah. Crowding, surrounding him.
Surrounding him to take her, like, because he was saying that we're trying to kill him. How? We've been here with you, so now I know you have mental issue problems right now. And that's tough, because every time it's happened to us, signs they come to do that unexpectedly.
And do you think it's because has the cops been violent to him?
Well, it's been violent to him twice, and arrested us more than 3 times already, and more him too. Every time, the first time or second time, they even carry him to the car and all that stuff. So it's not that they treat us nice when they arrest him.
Yeah.
Me, they even broke my jaw. Now I'm having problem with my jaw. I never have problem.
How long ago did they break it?
That was on July 24 that they have that problem with the officer. So since there, now I'm having problem every time. So that's why I sometimes open my mouth in the back. It hurts more in the winter. Now it's getting more with a cold. So I'm not a type of person. That's why I smoke more weed, because I don't like any medication. I don't drink medication. This is my medication.
Gotcha. What are your plans for the winter? Right, it's going to get cold. It's going to be harder out here.
That's why I'm trying to see we could get an apartment, or save enough money I could rent an apartment myself. That's why I told you I'm not expecting always. I don't rely always on the system, because I know it's bullshit. But if I could get the city and people to get together and help out in the situation, I could collect some money and pay a real estate to try to get me an apartment myself, and then try to get a job or help out in the other way. Keep helping all the homeless with the same situation, because I used to do it before. I used to get money, even with what they call it drugs now, that is legal now.
Right. Yeah. Now marijuana.
Because now it's legal now, but before we used to get arrested, killed, and fucking they gave me probation for that. I did 5-year probation for that. So now it's legal. Now you could supposedly nothing is wrong. Now it's no drugs. Now it's carnality.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Now the government wants the taxes. Now it's legal, like always. So this is why I'm fighting now too, because now you fuck my life. Now I got a bad name. I got a bullshit for something that y'all make legal now. So I don't understand that neither. So basically, when I was doing the money that they call it illegal, I used to use it for that, to get apartment. I used to pay real estate and get apartment for people like me that don't have apartment, that was struggling to get in the house. So I used to help a lot of people with that money, the illegal money. Right. Now it's legal.
Yeah, it's so screwed up. So
That's all I have.
Oh, thank you, Papito.
that was really nice. Do people come and support you guys? Are there people who believe in what you're doing?
That come with food, donation, or clothing, or give us bedding stuff, or blankets, and stuff like that, sweaters and stuff. Yeah, some monetary sometimes too. You know. So yeah, they come into sometimes. Like I said, me, I don't care about the monetary. I care more about the people coming together, realizing why we're fighting, and why they could have a voice to come in. Because it could happen to anybody. Because it's a world. Yeah. You could have it today, you cannot have it tomorrow. It depends how you go around. I could help you today, you're helping me today with this interview maybe. I could help him tomorrow. So maybe while I'm helping him, you're getting down. Or he come back and help you. So you never went down. It's a circle. What you give, come back. If you give trouble, you give problems, you give kills, what do you think you're gonna get? Nice stuff? You're not gonna have nice stuff. Now you give nice message, you give nice stuff, you help out even without money. You don't need money sometimes to help people. Because I'll be helping people with money, without money. It doesn't matter. It's the intention matters.
Gotcha. I have a couple more questions about the sweeps. Have they gotten more intense recently?
Well, basically, at first they was more intense. Now they come more harder, more rough, but they try to not touch it because, like I said, now we're fighting trying to sue the department from the city. So now they try to a little bit back up, but they still come in the rough way. They still grab us or try to take it if we stay for too long. That's another thing. Now they saying that we're moving too slow when we're picking on our stuff, and they start rushing off our stuff and taking it. So it's basically how you're telling me that you're rushing us in, and then without notice, without nothing, and then you're just telling us that it's too slow, that we're moving to pick up our stuff.
Yeah.
And don't give us time neither to pick up our stuff. So that's another problem that we're having with them. So while we're standing here to try to pick up the stuff, they try to rush us and grab us and touch us. They're not supposed to touch nobody at all. By rights and by law, they're not to talk to nobody because by nothing, we don't got no weapon. It's nothing that we gotta fight. It's nothing more violation here. So, and I don't use hard drugs, like they call it. No type of that. Like I said, I only use my weed.
So also have things gotten more intense with Eric Adams as mayor? Because he was a cop, right?
With Eric Mayor, the problem is that he lies too much. And he also using the budget from the city to her own purpose. Because if you're telling me that you could calculate his payment and what he's got in his house and what he got in his money in his bank, it don't add up for what he make in the city as a payment. It don't add up if you got to pay housing, you got to pay light bills, and you got to pay gas like everybody else, regular life. How is it that you got all of that and regular people don't, the one that really work for that? How is it that? And another thing, you're telling me with him is I got a major problem because he's telling the people that he got shelter and all of this. He blaming, look again, on the migrants. Yeah. We got this before the migrant. When de Blasio was here, we had the same problem with this. So when every other here was there before them, we still had the same problem. He just continued instead of fixing the problem. So instead of helping the migrant or taking that budget to do real apartment or get really building to fix the problem, no, you're making shelter and bullshit stuff to isolate people like jail. It's another jail system. Shelter for me is another jail system. It works the same way as a jail, and the food is worse than jail.
Yeah,
trust me, it's worse than jail. And we outside supposedly, so it should be better cooked than inside. Because inside we are the killers and the stuff. So how the food inside is better than the food outside in a fucking shelter? When supposedly you're taking care of humanity. So humanity don't have to deserve to eat good too? Or eat warm? Or have a safe meal? No, it's not.
So if the shelters are really messed up and they're not working out, and the cops, if you're staying on the street and the cops are trying to get you to leave all the time, like maybe once a week they come or once a couple weeks they come?
Sometimes once a week or twice a week.
So then, like, where can you go?
That's a question I ask them every day. If I don't want to take your shelter and I don't want, and you're trying to move me from here because you don't want to give us a real help, where you want me to go? Because if I go to the next one, you're going to move me. If I go to the park, you're going to move me. If I go to the train station, you're going to move me. So where you want me to go? That's my question that I ask them every day. And I ask them to myself every day, what the fuck they thinking? Where are we going? They don't understand the meaning of homeless or houseless. I call it houseless.
Yeah.
Homeless, you could be anywhere.
And then I have...
The whole world is our home.
Yeah.
So houseless is different.
So then I have one more question about the 9th Precinct specifically. So they have the nickname, the Fighting Irish. Have you heard of that?
Fighting 9th Precinct. Yeah,
The
they
fighting
said that
knife?
they don't use it, but if you go inside the prison, they still have it inside the 9
A big like
a
poster.
big poster of
What is-
the fighting prison.
What does that mean? The fighting knife.
Well, for my people here, I don't know what it means for them. Supposedly they are the tough of the prison that fight supposedly but for us it's the fighting abusive homeless people. The non-abusing homeless people. That's what we call it.
That's what
but
the
then
fighting is.
supposedly they was fighting battles with the killers and blah 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 blah. If you call fighting and stealing homeless people and kicking homeless people and putting guns to homeless people to move there when they want to, that what you calling that or fighting or no? So me down. I calling abuse
Abuse.
of power,
The abusive knife.
abusing knife of power.
Yeah.
That's what they should call themselves. So it's not that they haven't stopped using the name; they still use it. The problem is now because they are afraid to put it on like they used to. Now they hide it. Talking about them, they just pass. That's all the harassment every day. Look, that's the 9 prison.
That's the knife prison.
Yeah, that's the car from the 9 prison.
I see.
Every day they pass through here, throw picture, record, laugh at us like it's a joke. Like we are part of their joke. So that's why we might fighting them. Because if we go back, when I got here in 1993, there was a gang officer member called the Dirty 30s. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I heard of that.
If you Google it in the internet, you will find it. Dirty 30s, just like that.
The Dirty 30s.
Dirty 30 was here in Manhattan and in the Bronx. They used to control the drug dealing, the everything, killing people, extortion, raping, kidnapping, everything, the whole 9 yards from the prison. So that prison is uptown where I used to live. And my father moved in 157. The prison is in 152 in Amsterdam. So that prison is still there. That's another prison that is full of garbage police officers. All of them mostly. Like I was telling you. Me, I got more than this problem because when I was doing illegal drugs selling,
Which are now legal.
now they're not illegal.
Yeah.
So the prison from 33rd prison, there was a captain at that time, Detective White, that he wanted me to snitch for them, and I told him no. So after that, they started putting drugs, fake cases on me, and all that bullshit. So after that, the 33rd prison fucked my whole life, and I was still young. So that's why I was fighting with all of them too. So that's why it's not only this prison around here. It's from all over up Manhattan that we got to do the whole fight. Because it's where our taxes that they put that uniform to have us.
What eggs?
No, that's your part.
You want to talk about the
Because
eggs?
you want to talk about you what? Oh yeah, from this roof they stop it supposedly. They were.
I don't have you on a mic, so I can't hear what you're saying, but I can clip yours.
Yeah, that's why I say if you come over here, you come over here. So they was look like this.
You wanna
Look, you see?
tell the story about the eggs?
Look, you see?
Yeah, they've been
My best
throwing
still
eggs.
That was one night that I was sleeping. They hit me on